everybody, welcome back to CCSabers. Today we have the F4 saber, aka the Survivor saber. We're gonna go everything that's in the box here. So you have your manual, you have your gloves here like so, you have your hilt, you have your blade plug and hex key, you have your hilt bag, and you have your hilt and display stand, which I forgot to put them on here, but they're somewhere on screen, so they're probably even get put in front of my face. I don't even know. But we're going to take a closer look at the saber, explain some of the details and functions of the saber, and take a quick look at the chassis as well. But let's take a closer look. So now we're going to start from the mirror and then go down to the pommel here. But for this mirror, you kind of see this two-prong situation if I just turn it around like so. But it has these two prongs on the front to hold the blade in, and and a black and silver gray-ish motif all the way around. But like you can see, the black is silver right here, and then you see these little wires here. But if I turn this on, they actually glow. And this is the aux button, but if you hit it, it does like a little flash so you can see more of the interior. And it hums, and it kind of gives like a breathing motion, which I feel like is a really cool thing about it. And then that is the power button. There's these two holes going all the way around, kind of giving it more of an open feel. But as we move down, we have these tiny squares for the grip section. I like it. It feels good on the hand. I can't explain why, but I like it. And then we have the D-ring hidden vented pommel here. But that is all the exterior. Now we're going to do a quick look at the interior at the chassis. So now I'm going to show you how to get to the chassis. So pretty much you've already seen me, you can probably see it on camera, but I've loosened it up a little bit. But all you gotta do is twist to the left. It's gonna take a second, so I'm gonna try to do it as quickly as I can. Boom, there we go. And then this is how your saber comes in. It comes in two halves. So all you gotta do is put the battery in, let the battery charge, and then put in like how you saw it. All you gotta do is just turn to the right. But once we're at the chassis, we have the V3 Profi board, the power and aux button here. And then you can see there is these LED lights. I'm actually gonna turn this off for this one. If I can turn it off. Oh, there we go. And so there's these LED strips that allow a tiny bit of light going through the pommel here. But you have the V3 Profi board, the power and aux button here, and then the kill switch on this side. But once you are done, and if you're just opening this and the battery's charged, all you gotta do, there's these pings on the inside. You gotta line those up with the empty one here. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but once you line those up, you will feel it connect. Once it's connected, you can see the light in the emitter, and then take your grip / pommel, twist it until you can't twist it anymore. So like this. But now that is the chassis and how you put it in. And especially if this is going to be your first saber, you want to know how you put it in and how it's going to look like when it's not already assembled. But that is it. But once it's in, now we're going to put the blade in, and I'm going to show you the functions. So now I'm going to show you how you put the blade into the hilt. So you have your blade, you have your hilt, and then the hex keys on our mat here, but you probably can barely see it. But you'll have the hex key that has been provided to you. All you gotta do is to line it up. If the screw here is not loosened, please loosen beforehand, because if you do that, it will break your blade. But once you have it in, all you gotta do is line it up with the pings on the bottom, and then just gently push against the table, take your hex key, and then tighten it like so. Okay, Now we have a tie-in. There's like smooth swing. You can barely hear it with the pummel, but there is a smooth swing. There is clash and blast deflection as well. And then motion control to turn on and off. Be aware, this one is definitely more of a top heavy. So like with the blade in, it's going to be more on the emitter heavy side compared to like a heavy pummel side, which I personally don't really like. But if that's more your thing, go ahead. But I just look at this saber. It's just, you can see it just breathing, like the blade and the emitter just breathing. You can see it with the light against my face. But say if you don't want this particular preset, you could just hit, I'm just gonna skip a couple. And we have this pink one. I prefer this one, so that's why I did it. But that is pretty much all the features of this one. But if you enjoy, click this video right here. That means YouTube thinks that you'll like it. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and share. And let's do, since we did 10 last time, let's do 15 likes for this one. And it will just let you guys, lets us know that you guys like it. So let's do that like goal for this one. But that is it, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye-bye.